But the deep neural network is a new way of processing sounds. Computers use deep neural networks.
That's right.
It's trying to mimic more of the way that our brain processes information. It's a much more sophisticated way of processing information. And when it comes to sound processing, these deep neural networks have made a difference.
That's right. In fact, it requires a second chip
in a lot of cases, yeah.
You know, so instead of having one circuit board, these fancier devices have two, and they're integrated. They're communicating. One manufacturer calls it intelligent focus, which means if there's speech here, it's going to intelligently know that you want to hear this and suppress all around your head, nearly 360 degrees. But then if the speech is here, then it starts to change. And it can learn different voices, different sounds. It's a very interactive type product. So I think that it's really cool, this interaction between deep neural network, artificial intelligence, and then this beam forming where it can bring in sounds in different places. So it's kind of exciting.
It's cool. Yeah, the first two companies to do this were Starkey and Oticon. They started using these deep neural networks to process sound. And it was pretty cool. And it was kind of exciting. And both of these companies are using more of an integrated system where the artificial intelligence is integrated into their hearing aid. And it automatically makes decisions based on your environment and the amount of noise around you. And it's really cool. And then just last year, Phonak came out with their model that was using a little bit of a different approach.
That's right.
Instead of just having it all completely integrated, they were the first one to do the dual chip.
Yep.
So they said, we're going to have one computer chip in our hearing aid dedicated to doing hearing function for the majority of the time. But then we're going to have a second chip that is going to be just our AI chip. And it's going to knock your socks off when you go into background noise because it's going to eliminate, they call it denoising the environment.
It's impressive,
And it's cool. It was based off of this study that was published in Nature where they showed this miraculous ability to be able to suppress background noise. But the battery consumption was a huge problem. It required so much battery power to operate that it was just impossible to put in a tiny hearing aid. So Phonak decided, well, we're going to make a hearing aid then that's a little bit bigger.
Right.
We're going to put a little more battery power. And then this second chip is only going to be used just a small amount of the time. You know, just a fraction of the time.
Difficult environment.
When you're in the most difficult situation, we're going to kick it over to this super chip. And you're gonna do really well in background noise. So that was a different idea. It's no longer this integrated thing. It's this separate AI thing.
Yeah.
And then just here a couple months ago, ReSound followed suit a little bit.
Got our mitts on the ReSound Vivia.
The ReSound Vivia then came out, and it's also using two chips.
Yep.
And it is also one that is not totally integrated. You have to manually go into the AI mode. But when you do, boy,
significant change.
It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
We're seeing a lot of patients, even people with severe hearing loss, are saying that they are very appreciative of the ability to alter noise so much. So these specialists, this dual chip system, has been probably our favorite thing just as of late. It's been really, really neat. You know, one side note, ReSound chose not to go larger. In fact, they're not only the smallest rechargeable hearing device that we can get our hands on, because patients like to look their best, of course, but it's also the smallest device that has a dual chip. So it's become a really popular device in the last 30 days. A lot of people are really excited about it.
We've been excited. It's been cool. Small with a dual chip, with the AI. That's been a hot one.
Okay, everybody, we so appreciate you watching the video today. If you've liked what you've seen, please like it, subscribe to our channel. It means the world to us, but it also means the world to other people who are trying to figure out what's going on with their hearing health. So thank you for watching.